Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. I'm going to make this video to kind of explain to everyone what's going on. I haven't asked their names. I haven't asked their permission to use their names. So we'll just call them John and Richard. How's that? John and Richard came with a proposal to buy our pigs, and we hashed something out, and so John and Richard have in fact bought all the pigs. Well, let me rephrase that. They had wanted all the pigs, but Marcel had told me that two of these gilts in here, don't want to scare you girls, that two of these gilts in here had been reserved for Lynn, that Lynn wanted them. And now I guess Lynn doesn't want them. I don't know. So I'm going to have to revisit John and Richard and see if they want these other two gilts. They're not in the Philippines currently. They, like everyone else who's not in the Philippines and wants to come to the Philippines, they have to wait. But basically what the deal is, hello little one-eared pig, this was this arrangement is beneficial for everyone, especially the pigs. One of the reasons I didn't want to sell these pigs is that one of the buyers, we had buyers lined up. One of the buyers was just going to take them to Cebu and they'd be slaughtered for meat. And I stalled on that one. And the other buyer was offering a fair price, the same price that we ended up selling for, but in this particular case I didn't know how well the pigs would be taken care of, let's put it that way. So the deal that we worked out with John and Richard was that they would purchase the pigs, but they would remain here under our care. So Marcel doesn't own any of these pigs anymore. They've been bought by someone else. But what's going to happen is that the care for these pigs is all going to be funded by John and Richard. And they get the piglets that they have, and they will remain theirs as well. They're paying for their feed. Another part of this that was really was something that I was thinking about, and the reason that I took this, one of the main reasons I took this deal as opposed to the guy that was not going to slaughter them but was just going to house them, and the reason that I say the other buyer was I didn't care for the way they would be treated is that they would just be put in farrowing stalls, in those tiny little farrowing stalls where they can't even turn around. But another main reason why I took this deal with John and Richard is because we'll be able to keep Consing on, because they have agreed to pay half of Consing's salary. So and she will take care of the pigs just like before. Basically nothing has changed except that we don't own these pigs anymore. So Consing gets to keep her job caring for these pigs. They will pay for the feed, the vet bills. I'm not charging them any rent for these stalls. There's another sow over there. Two sows actually that are over back in the main piggery. So it's just beneficial to us, because as I explained to John The upkeep on these pigs is about 20,000 pesos a month at a bare minimum. And in order to build this back up to even a 20 sow level, each one of those gilts is going to eat 6,000 or 7,000 pesos more in feed by the time that they have piglets. So that's about 50,000 pesos right there. And these sows have to be fed and cared for until they have piglets. And every gilt that we save to raise into a sow is another 7,000 or 8,000 pesos just in feed. So say we wanted to get back to a 20 sow level, which was a number that we had bantied around. So 15 more sows, just call it 8,000 each to get them to breeding age. Let's see, that's what did I say, 8,000 times 15. That's 120,000 pesos just in feed to get those sows up to breeding age, and then you got to wait 4 months basically. You got to feed them another 4 months while they're pregnant. They have their piglets and then they're weaned. So add another 2,000 for each sow onto that. That's another 30,000. So you're in 150,000 plus the salary to take care of them for a year. We were looking at over... Hey, shut up! We were looking at well over 250,000 pesos to build up the piggery back to what it was before, and that's with zero profit coming in. That's just money going out, and I don't want to spend 250,000 pesos building up this piggery again, since I spent about 1,000,000 pesos building it up before, and this is what I ended up with. So it just worked out really well for us, and I think it will work out really well for John and Richard. These pigs get to stay here. They get to be cared for. They won't be turned into sausage, and they won't be in a little tiny farrowing cage. Constance gets to keep her job, and this will go on for at least a year, and then it's going to be time to renegotiate and figure out what we're going to do with them. Hopefully, John and Richard will have. They own property nearby, and hopefully they will have a setup that they can move these pigs to by then. Because this, the 5 sows and the 5 gilt, well, the 3 gilts, because that was the deal. I'm gonna ask John again if he wants these other 2. It could quickly balloon into 100 pigs. Maybe not within a year, but even if he was only keeping the females and cutting the males and selling those as fattening pigs, you know, 5 sows, average litter size of these sows are a little bit older, so it should be right around 10. They can have 100 piglets in a year. So it's going to get expensive. And honestly, in a year, I would like to see, you know, we'll know, we'll have a better idea. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards we're never going to get back into the pigs. But in a year, things might change, and we might want to get back into it a little bit. And if we do at that time, then maybe we could work out some kind of a deal with John and Richard to get some of these pigs from them, some of the 100 or so that will be around. So it's all going to be funded by John and Richard. We are out of the financial obligation to care for them. And they're not being turned into sausage, so I'm happy all the way around about it. And we got to free up a little bit of money, cash flow wise. It's just a good deal all around. So that's the update on the piggery. I will, of course, make a video every now and then when these sows have their piglets. Especially the famous little one-eared pig. She was a pretty good mom. Yeah, you were. And you're a good pig. And I'll run it by, you know, that when, you know, these are your okay pigs, but they're not absolute top quality. They're not purebred top quality pigs. They're various crosses, a lot of Duroc, large white landrace. They're a mixed breed. Let's just put it that way. And if John and Richard wanted to take it to the next level, I do know I have a neighbor who's got really good boars, and Jerry does as well. I talked to Jerry about a month ago about maybe getting a good boar, and he said he'd save me one. So if they want to take it to the next level with the sows that they're going to have later on, and improve the genetics, that a new, better boar would be more better. This boar here is not bad, but he's not absolute top-notch either. He's just kind of run-of-the-mill, just like these sows are. So probably fairly quickly, I don't know, probably next week, we're going to move these sows back into the main piggery and consolidate them, make it easy for Consing to care for them. Even these little gilts, we'll move them back into the main piggery so that it's so there's not animals on one side of that fence and animals on the other that just makes it a pain for Consing. So we'll move them around, get them all in one place, keep it simple. So thank you, John and Richard, and thank you everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.